Hi, welcome to this week's G.I. Joe review, where we will be looking at the 25th anniversary line HISS tank. And as I said in my last G.I. Joe video with the HISS tank commander, I've been doing a lot of HISS tank collecting as of late. I got two as Christmas presents. I got one just after the retro HISS tank was released, and then this one. So the HISS tank is really a popular figure for me and whatnot. So let's take a look at, before we look at the HISS tank, let's do our shoutouts of the week. At 48 South Loudon Street here in Winchester, Virginia, you can see, as you can see in the background, my G.I. Joe vehicles that I have. I still have yet to put the retro All-Striker back where it belongs, right there with the All-Strike 25th anniversary All-Striker. But I will here right into this video. I'm going to do my Cobras on the built-in show right there behind it. Eventually. Got to get it. I'm trying to get it to where I can get that set up perfectly. But let's do our shoutouts of the week. At 48 South Loudon Street, you can go to Back to the Media and check out all your video game needs from the Atari all the way up to current systems, and so on and so forth. You could also get Funko Pops and comics and all other forms of media there. And if you have a toy and collectibles itch, you can go across the street to Back to the Media on the other side of the splash pad. And you get G.I. Joe, Transformers, He-Man, Thundercats, all points in between. I mean, I eventually got this off of eBay, but that's neither here nor there, but I still got it. You can also get all kinds of collectible stuff and whatnot, frames, still frames from movies and TV shows and so on and so forth. Marvel Cinematic Universe you could get. But if you have a comic book itch, speaking of Marvel, you can go to Four Color Fantasies at 80 Weems Lane and get Marvel, DC, Image, IDW, all kind of comics there. And check them out. And you can get Dungeons and Dragons and role-playing games and so on and so forth. So go ahead and check them out. And if you need counseling of any type, you can go to Healing Grace Counseling Services, which is operated by Robert C. Brown at 133 West Piscataway Street, Suite number 10. So go ahead and check him out. As well as, if you're needing counseling services and don't feel like going to Healing Grace, you can go to Northwestern Community Services on Front Royal Pike in the same building as State Farm. And check them out. If you need any banking needs and you're in the Winchester, Clark County area, you can go to Bank of Clark County and get all kinds of great banking needs there, and all your banking needs met, as a matter of fact. Even a fraud protection on your ATM debit card. So go ahead and check them out. So let's go ahead and get to our HISS tank. But before we look at the HISS tank, we're going to do what all 25th anniversary vehicles do. Well, not all of them, but most of them. And look at the file card. You know, there's a perfect picture of the HISS tank right there. With the 788 logo picture right there with the Cobra symbol. But ironically, this doesn't have that the vehicle does not have the 788 on it. As you can see right there, it's got 001. And but it says Destination Tank, Weapons, Cannons. And it says High Speed Sentry, HISS. Tanks are one of Cobra organization's primary combat vehicles. These armored workhorses can move at a good assault speed and can blast the G.I. Joe team with turret-mounted cannons. Cobra HISS commanders are specially trained to use the sophisticated electronics to maximum advantage. Infrared for nighttime attacks and radar for pinpointing targets at targeting accuracy. Cobra HISS tanks have been at the front defending Cobra Island and in the Battle of Springfield, the town controlled by Cobra. And it does make a reference to the comic book with the Battle for Springfield, which everybody knows that's Cobra's hidden base. at hometown outside of whatnot, and so you can see with the and whatnot with the battle for Springfield, as well as Cobra Island in the comics. But let's take a look at the features and play features and whatnot. It's got the raising canopy, which can lift about yay high, and as well as lower and close. But let's take a look at the inside of the cockpit with the molding detail, which is pretty sweet. And close the canopy back down, and it's got the raising turrets. And of course, it's got the silverish looking Cobra symbol right there. It's there on the back and on the side. And the little number, what does it say? 363 on it. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but it's a feature. And of course, you got the inside of the turret, which is really deep for a figure to stand in with details. Cobra symbol in the back, 2-foot pace in the back for extra troopers. So let's go ahead and take a look at how the HISS tank commander would go in. You put you raise the canopy, you ain't supposed to take it off. But hang on, let me fix that. Okay, there you go. That's not supposed to pop off. But you sit the HISS tank driver right inside. You have to maneuver his hands a little bit, but you can set him right inside. Actually, you have to rip it. You gotta bend the knees a little bit to really get him in there nice and snug. Well, for the canopy, if it doesn't keep falling off, let me go ahead and fix that and close up. There it is, and you can actually, the glaze is actually clearer on this HISS tank to see him in the front. HISS tank commander in the front. And then we can use Rip It to put him right here in the turret. Right there. Manning the guns when he's not driving the Mach 3. And let me put the HISS tank drivers in the back. There we go with the HISS tank drivers in the back. So it's really dominated by HISS tank drivers in this. But very cool looking vehicles. You can see I think Sanitary Productions does a version of this, as well as other 25th anniversary versions. For the vintage HISS tank, with the vintage HISS tank driver, you can go to ACC 788, Joe Motion Videos 82. You can also see Forum BX 257's videos. I think Joe Fan 82 does a version of this. And there's quite a few other 25th anniversary reviewers and vintage viewers that does vintage and the 25th anniversary of this, and the retro line version of this vehicle. So go ahead and check them out. I'm a big HISS tank fan, so this is my third HISS tank video. So I got 4 HISS tanks. I got 2 retro lines, the retro line HISS Mark 3, and this one. So I got 4. I got a small little HISS tank army. But I actually went on a small HISS tank binge there for a minute. So but yeah, go ahead and check this out. I would suggest highly buying this vehicle. Buy multiples of them. You get, because the guys are the HISS tank drivers and the HISS tank commander are army builders. Rip It is an individual character. So you could get one of the Retroline Mark 3s with Rip It and have that lead all your HISS tanks. Well, your multiple HISS tanks if you buy them multiples. But I would definitely get it for these 3 individual figures: the HISS tank driver, Rip It, and the HISS tank commander. So you can at least have 3. And so go ahead and check them out. Go ahead and get it. This has been the HISS tank. This has been a G.I. Joe. This has been a vehicle month. So tune in next month as I do Viper month here in September, which we got several cool looking Vipers lined up for it. So go ahead and check it out. See y'all in the next one. Peace.